Hi, welcome to our webinar series entitled The Philippine School. First essential question that we will impose is what is the status of our educational system at this very moment? Let's have a quick recapitulation of the educational systems in the Philippines. Before World War II, the Philippines had an 11-year basic education cycle, grades 1 to 7 for elementary and 4 years of high school. But since 1945 to 2011, we've made the best of 10 years of basic education, having 1 year preschool education, 6 years for elementary, and 4 years of high school, wherein kindergarten was not compulsory. In 2011, the Department of Education started to implement the new K-12 educational system, which also included a new curriculum for all schools nationwide.
Thank you, Ma'am Beverly. Change is there, yes, but why? Why there is a continuous change in the educational system here in the Philippines? Is the first one not enough? The Philippines has been reforming its system of education to meet the demand of global standards. This is very true, but what are some of the considerations that need to be put in place? First, economic factor. Funds, budget for teacher salaries, resource materials, and others are needed to be enough to grant and support the expansion of the curriculum. Second, cultural and social factor. School systems should reflect the social patterns prevailing in a particular country. It must strive to affect and protect its traditions and aspirations, plus giving equal educational opportunity for all. Third, academic factor. Curriculum should have relevance to students' life and is inappropriate for bilingual system. Thus, teachers must resort to encouraging rote learning methods. This is very interesting, right? Let's take a closer look at our Philippine education system. In what status are we now? Sir Gerald, could you give us more information about this?
Thank you, Ms. Leona. Once again, welcome to our podcast episode. In this episode, we would like to share with you, our dear audience, our country's educational system focusing on class ratio, the budget per students annually, and the top HEI disciplines. I know for a fact that some of you might relate to this topic. Now, I want you to reminisce about the time when you were a student. Regardless of the level, how many are you in the class? Maybe some of you studied in public or in there are approximately 40 to 60 students, and in private having 20 to 35 students. Me personally, when I was a high school student, I have 50 classmates in a section. Imagine how noisy we are, yet happy at a younger age. And as we look into the recent data from State of Education press conference last July the 5th, the population of the students are continuously increasing, and correlating it to the total number of faculty members, personnel, and trainers nationwide, getting the ratio of 1:29 students in elementary, 1:39 students in junior high school, and 1:31 students in senior high school. Take note, this does not include the data for higher education.
Thank you, Sir Gerald, for that episode. I actually had a short reminisce during my junior high school days because I had the privilege belonging in a special science class where we actually are almost 40 students per classroom, while the other sections were actually 50 to 70 per class. And we cannot deny the fact that this class ratio is still a problem at present, especially in public schools. But anyway, my episode for this podcast is all about the top HEI disciplines for academic year 2019-2020. So, my question is, what are your bases in preferring or choosing your course in your college? Were you influenced by your family, friends, teachers, or probably these figures that I will present to you? So the top 5 HEI disciplines in academic 2019-2020 are the following. So the first on the list is the business administration and related courses, followed by the other disciplines that you can see on the table with a percentage and the actual number of enrollments.
Let us talk about the national budget in education. The DepEd has approximate national budget of 558 billion pesos in 2021. The DepEd is still the one that received the highest national budget. The question is, Is the budget reliable in 2021? The red line graph shows the changes of budget in DepEd from 2017 to 2021. Based on the graph, the change in budget is almost in the line of 0% starting 2018, which means no increasing at budget at all. Also, as compared to other departments, the DepEd has the least increasing change in budget. DepEd, based also on the graph, the budget expenditure per student is consistently 21,000 pesos. Why consistent? This shouldn't be. The budget should be increased since there is an annual inflation and annual increasing to the number of students and personnel.
That is all I have for you today. Keep it fresh and keep it fun and just keep going. This is JC, your podcast host. Bye-bye.